Good afternoon, you beautiful souls. If you can't tell by now, I recorded the intros for all of these videos in one sitting, but I promise you this is the last one, hopefully, that I will be working on simultaneously, so I can get all of these videos out and released to you guys, and then start some new projects. So on that note, if you haven't subscribed yet, you definitely should, so that way you don't miss any of these exciting new videos that will be coming up. I have a lot of great ideas floating around in my head. And obviously for this video, I am once again working on a pair of Christian Louboutin heels because they are my absolute favorite heels of all time and I just adore them. So backstory, I had a pair that were covered in glitter and they were kind of beat up and scuffed, so I gave them a new glitter paint job where they went from this beautiful ombre from black to silver, and I thought they were so pretty, and I actually wore them for my rehearsal dinner before my wedding, so they were kind of sentimental, but then I sold them anyway. But in the last couple years, I've really been missing that pair, and obviously I can't ever get that exact pair again, but I figured I could take another pair of Socates and give them the same glitter paint job to replace the pair that I've been missing. So here's the pair I'm going to use. So these guys are already a silver, which makes a great base for this. It does really help with the glitter coverage if the base color of your shoe is already really close to the color of the glitter you are applying. So like doing like a nude base with black glitter over top is going to take so much more layers of glitter to make sure you have even coverage than if you just started off by painting the shoe black in the first place. But I happened to luck out and get a pair of silver ones for a great deal. It's kind of hard to tell from far away, but they do have some like scuffing and just general wear and tear on them. And with the shiny metallics, it's really hard to just repair that the original coloring and coating on them. So these are going to be a great candidate for covering with a new surface and repainting them. So we are going to break out the Angelus glitter paint and get started. So one of the best things about using Angelus glitter paint as opposed to just doing Mod Podge with glitter, which is another route to go, glitter paints are already pre-mixed together and you are not going to get loose glitter everywhere. Now my husband constantly calls me a glitter fairy and complains that there is glitter everywhere in our house and I don't even know how it gets there. It just kind of like follows me as I wander through the house. So to try and cut down on his frustration with me and glitter, using these Angelus glitter paints is a really great way to go because you're not going to get that flying glitter everywhere. For this project, it's really easy. All you're going to need is your shoes you're going to cover and your glitter paints. I like to use these Angelus glitter lights pre-mixed ones because it makes it so much easier to apply than like straight glitter and Mod Podge. If you don't want to buy these or don't have any on hand and you're impatient, you can just take an empty container, put some glitter in it with your Mod Podge and mix it together. So I am literally just putting some Mod Podge into my little jar that I'm going to use for this, and then I'm going to add some glitter on top. And I will thoroughly mix them together until it comes like a really nice glitter paste thing. I'm just using a toothpick for this, just to throw it away because, you know, Mod Podge is messy. Just keep adding more glitter until you feel like it has a pretty thick consistency where it's mostly glitter with just like thin amounts of Mod Podge kind of connecting them together. Something sort of like this should be your final consistency, and don't dump it on your counter like I did. Alright, so let's get started. So for this first layer, I am dabbing it with my paintbrush instead of making swipes with straight lines. As you can see, the stripes do tend to just kind of slide over the smooth finish of the leather. So make sure that that first layer you are doing little dabs so that way you're adding some texture to the shoes to help the additional layers on top kind of grip to it. So once you have one coat done of your base color on your whole shoe, you can let that dry while you're working on the next shoe. And then I just did one coat with the silver sparkle across the whole of each shoe. And then after I went back in with the darker colors to do the toes, and then the lighter color for the other half of the ombre on the back of the heel. And I ended up doing about 4 coats of each color for the different sections of the shoes to kind of get that full coverage I was looking for. So when you're doing the ombre to kind of get the color shift, I am putting the most color up towards the part I want to be completely pigmented, and then I'm just dragging my brush down towards the next color in the transition. And since they are little glitter flakes, when I'm doing this, it's going to end up making a nice smooth transition between the two colors. And once you are satisfied with the amount of glitter you have on your shoes, then you're done. And that's it. Super easy, just takes a little bit of patience. Oh my gosh, these came out even better than the last pair. I just love how shimmery and sparkly they are, and I really enjoy that there's just this subtle difference in color on the back towards the white to make it just that tiniest bit lighter, and then the darker black on the toe area also just really makes them stand out and be super unique and super shimmery and glittery and one of a kind. And yeah, I'm rambling, but seriously, I love them. They came out amazing. And if you're not too cool on the whole ombre effect look and just want to do a solid color, that's totally okay as well. As always, I love to see when you guys recreate my tutorials and make up your own ideas as well. So please send them to me on Instagram, either tag me or send me a message, whatever works. I will try to check everything and make sure I can see whatever you guys are coming up with too. Also, add any questions, comments, or concerns or ideas for future projects that you'd like to see down below. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. I cannot believe how much my channel has grown. It's been less than a year since I started it, and already there are so many of you who have really touched my heart, and I just love getting your feedback and knowing that you guys are enjoying the stuff that I'm producing. So until next time, I hope your day is as beautiful as you are.